Okay guys, so you see this very big land, right? In this video, I want to share one of the most important things, if not the most important things you need to do before you buy land in Ghana. And I guess it might apply to anywhere in Africa. I didn't do this and I lost over 20,000, close to $30,000, right, on a piece of land that I purchased. And I don't want you to make the same mistake. So I'm going to share with you all the tips and tricks you need to know before you purchase land in Ghana, coming up next. Okay guys, so welcome to the first video of African Building Filler. Our aim is to share tips and tricks within the community of real estate lovers, building lovers, people who want to build their own homes or rent or buy. And as the channel grows, we would also find a way to grow that community. And in today's video, I'm going to share my personal experience about how I lost about $20,000 to $30,000 on a parcel of land. So I saw a parcel of land somewhere in Accra, which is the capital of Ghana, and I was interested in buying it. The land was 2 plots and it was walled, right? So if you see a plot of land which is walled, you kind of think that's okay. And the other thing too was that the people who were selling the land to me lived on one side of the land, right? And their dad had died without leaving a will. So being somebody who loves to do his due diligence, because before you buy land in Ghana and I guess every part of Africa, you need to do your due diligence. I went to the Lands Commission, I went to do the search. The title of the land was, it was correct. It was in the name of the documents that they gave me, right? But because the man died without leaving a will, we had to go to court. The family had to go to court to do. Okay, so Bingo wants to say hi to you guys. All right, so they had to go to court to get the court's approval to actually administer his property, which included the portion of land that I wanted to buy, right? So they did an LA, and then they had something called a vesting assent. They did like all the legal things that they needed to do. And even in the process, the court came to put some notices on the walls of the land for 21 good days, right? So that if there's any dispute or if there's any reason why those lands could not be sold, anybody who has a legitimate claim can come forward, and then the court would put an injunction on the land. And after the 21 days, nobody came. So I felt it was okay to proceed to buy the land, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I bought the land. It took me about 2 years to fully pay for the land because I'm just a young guy. I don't have so much money, right? And I was paying in installments. So that's about $20,000 to $30,000. And when it was finally time for me to start working on the land, after I'd paid the full amount, I got to the parcel of land, went to clear the land. When I started clearing, some people came to stop me and said, I cannot work on it. And apparently he was the chief of the area. He said, I cannot work on the land. Now, the land is a court case, right? And there's an injunction on the land. I said, what? The courts even came to put this notice here for 21 days. Where were you when they came? And ladies and gentlemen, this person who was the chief of the area brought documents which showed that the land was actually under dispute, and the court had ruled it in their favor, the chief's people, right? So I looked at the title of the land that the people are giving me, and it was the same title in the court judgment that the chief was showing me. And even there was a newspaper publication to that effect that the court had ruled for the chief and his people. So I went online, inputted my land title, right, on Google. And when I did it, I saw a court case on that piece of land. So ladies and gentlemen, the whole purpose of the story that I'm sharing with you is that yes, you may do your due diligence at Lands Commission and all that, but still put in the title of the land, right? The names of the people who are selling the land to you, the roots of the people who are selling the land to you. put it in Google. You'll be amazed at what you see. In fact, the court case started all the way in 2000 and it started in about 2006, and I bought the land in 2016, right? And they had been to court about 4 different times. So there was one in 2013, 2017, 2018. The first one was given to the people, the roots of the people who sold me the land. Then the other people went to appeal. So it had been going back and forth. And all this while that the injunction was on the land, the courts had not given an order to the Lands Commission. So in the Lands Commission's books, the land was still in the name of the people who sold the land to me. But then there was a court case and an injunction on the land. And if I had just searched for the land title and the names of those selling the lands to me, I would have seen this court case, because the court cases were all the way from 2006, about 10 years before I started making any payments on the land. So for me, I also want to encourage anybody, if you want to buy any parcel of land in Ghana or anywhere, right, just go to Google, put it there. So you can see on your screens right now the indenture that was given to me. You can clearly see the land title, and you can see me as I input it in Google and see the issues and the court cases with that title. So yeah, let me know your experiences concerning land issues in Ghana and Africa. Let me know where you are commenting or watching from. And this is the first video. Like I said, we have a series of videos that we've planned on how to buy land, how to build, whether it's good to buy an uncompleted building, whether it's good to even build. Sometimes it's better to rent. We have so many videos lined up. So if you're new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe, turn on all notifications, and share this, because it might also be beneficial to somebody. Thanks, Bebre, for watching. Next time on Africa Building Filler, we look at, is it better to build or to rent a house? Everybody will be thinking you should build, right? But there are actually good reasons why you should rent and not build. Never build. For me though, I'm somebody who believes that you should build a house, because the Bible says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, right? First of all, I think that building gives you peace of mind. Once you have a house of your own, you don't need to worry about the next rent due, right? You don't need to worry about 2 years time, or it's 1 month for your rent to be due. You need to pay 2 years advance or 1 year advance or whatever it is. You have peace of mind. Peace of mind can never be overemphasized. Also, if you decide to sell your house later, right, in future, you can actually make some good money, because buildings are an asset which always keep, appreciating in price and value. So you can actually make some good value if you decide to sell the house. Also, if you decide to sell your house later, the whole period you were living in your house, you would have been living there rent free. Can you imagine? So you live in it for 20 years, you have enough money to buy a house closer to the airport, you sell off your house at Castle or wherever, and then you move to the airport. That 20 years you were living rent free, and you could use that money for better things.